Cancer. Cancer. Let's see what we got for Cancer. Spirits, this reading is for Cancer. This reading is for Cancer. Cancer. Let's see what we have for Cancer. Okay. What do we have for Cancer, spirits? What do we have for Cancer? What do we have for Cancer? Cancer. All right, spirits. Cancer. Thank you, spirits. What else do we have for Cancer? Five more cards for Cancer, spirits. Thank you. Two more cards for Cancer, spirits. Thank you. One more card for Cancer. One more card. Thank you, spirits. Cancer. Whew. All right. So, Cancer not wanting to walk away or not walking away from something that caused you emotional distress, emotional discomfort, something you saw, you caught on to, you saw for what it is, you're seeing it for what it is. And it's like, it makes you, in a way, stronger. Strong enough to stand up and change things. I see that you decided, or you are deciding to take things into your own hands when it comes to some type of betrayals here. Whether it was you betraying yourself or others betraying you in ways that has to do with like guidance. Maybe you have trusted certain people or trusted certain ways of doing things through guidance by others and learn that it doesn't work that way for you. And you rather not multitask several ways, but more like solidly go the way you know for sure will work. That's what I am seeing here. And catching on to some type of downfall, instability, their way not working, and changing it abruptly to the way you know you feel it would work. You're sitting on top of solid ideas, solid ways of managing. You're not contemplating, you're not analyzing it anymore, you're not going to let things rest either, because you feel betrayed with some type of misguidance here. But you are picking yourself up pretty quick. Something about luck being on your side behind not giving up. But instead of using emotional on the not give up, you're using more the logical, and it's working better. Once you do it the logical way, some type of peace is broken for others where they had you at, because you had to break this peace. And since it works better for you the way you're doing it, you feel like it's time to just bring in the noise. You caught on, and you will be catching on to more, because it was like you've been put to sleep mentally with lies of how it would work. And as you catch on to one, the other one is brewing for you to smell it and wake up the pheromones and get with it, I feel like you're stepping into a time frame of taking full control of what's yours, what's meant for you, what's made for you only to run through. You have learned to not be so Cancer-y, meaning water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, each have a unique way of using emotions for almost everything. Getting too caught up in the emotional with whatever your emotions are attached to. So you have learned to detach your emotions from what doesn't matter, from what doesn't give back to you. You've also decided to detach your emotions from wishes. Not saying that you don't believe in wishes, but you have learned to differentiate the differences between waiting around on a wish to come true and really putting in the work for the wish to come true. Not crying over it, not stressing over it, but just putting your time that you have, that you used to use to stress over something that's not working out as fast-paced. You've learned to basically just use that time for something more beneficial, more giving. And then there's still yet more to learn. Not only learn about strategies, but also learn about yourself. Getting to know yourself a little more. Tapping into that, I didn't know I had it in me. I didn't know I could do this. I didn't know that it would be better like this. You were basically doing what others would do for their shit, that works maybe for their shit because of who they are, you know? And you caught yourself doing their way, doing it their way, but at the same time kind of like manifesting what they have, and that's not what you want. You want to manifest what you want that they don't have. Because there is a big difference between you and those other individuals. And sometimes we get caught up in other people's ways to the point where it makes us them. And we forget who we are as individuals. So knowing what's right and what's wrong, you've done knowledge, and you're still doing more knowledge, but you're basically taking control and tapping into what you want, taking control over your emotions and your words as well, So just like you're voicing, you're opening up, you're not staying quiet. No matter how much it may hurt to say certain things, you will say them. No matter how you're learning how not to let their emotions affect yours either. Being the stronger person, being the bigger person suits you well, Cancer, in this moment in time. And let's clarify. Let's see why certain cards that are here and what they're trying to tell you. Spirits, why is this Ace of Cups in the reverse for Cancer? Why is the Ace of Cups in the reverse? Why is the Ace of Cups in the reverse, Spirits? Thank you. So you decided to let things flow. Only taking control of what you can control. You know? Building up your strength. basically eating right, learning what to eat when, because your system is different from the other people. Maybe broccoli works for them and it doesn't work for you. That's just an example, Cancer. Maybe vitamin E creams work for you, and for them it gives them breakouts. And they will tell you, oh, don't use that type of cream from that name brand because it gave me this. Yeah, but your skin type is not the same. So when you use it, it works wonders compared to them. I feel like you're coming into a time where you are letting go of who is not your people, who is not your tribe, and basically not looking for, but just letting it flow into your life. If it is your people, if they are your tribe, whoever comes in, you give them a try, whatever. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But you're more focused on new ways, new things. And if it may seem to others that you're being unfair, then it is what it is. That's what I see here with the Ace of Cups in the reverse. It's like you're changing the way you emotionally involve yourself with certain individuals or just everybody. You're giving more of that flowing, overflowing love to yourself, and then that type of sigh, the relief of letting go of what doesn't serve you, and seeing the rewards of doing so. Because yes, you do get rewarded for doing better for yourself in many different ways, and it doesn't always have to be money. It could always be great health. It can always be new hair growth. It can always be coming out of a dark space and seeing the light, following the light, and noticing that what you did was just walk through an open door that may have been open all that time, but you was being so gassed in the head by others on that's not the way, that you didn't really experiment, you didn't take a chance. Now that you're taking the chance, boom, rewards. Like the universe is saying, you see what that door did for you? You see what walking through that door did for you, Cancer? Yes. Was it worth a tear? No. Was it worth an explosion of words and screaming? And no. Was it worth putting people in their place simply just by removing yourself and doing what you feel like doing? Yeah. Deciding to overcome obstacles of betrayal. Like, oh, that wasn't bad at all. Next, let me see what else I can do with that strategy. That they told me not to use. You also are learning who not to be humble with and who to be humble with. Where to apply humbleness and where not to apply it. That's what I see in this reading as well. Standing strong and sure and confident in your own energy. in your own way of working, doing, manifesting, etc. So you go from a scared, unstable, in all angles type of person to testing the waters, right? And let's see what happens, right? Why is the Magician in the reverse? Why is the Magician in the reverse for Cancer spirits? Thank you. Why is the Magician in the reverse for Cancer? Why is the Magician in the reverse for Cancer? Why is the Magician in the reverse for Cancer? Why is the Magician in the reverse for Cancer? Give me one more. Thank you, spirits. Why is the Magician in the reverse for Cancer? So it took you putting people in their place to realize that doing so has helped you recover everything you thought you lost. And we're not talking about time here, no. We're talking about traveling not only with the mind. We're talking about traveling, taking action to do, instead of, you know how some people, and I'm not saying don't believe in God. I'm not saying that I don't believe in God, okay? What I'm saying is, even though you believe in God, even though I believe in God, this is an example. Let me use me as an example. Even if I do believe in God, I don't let myself anymore get convinced that the only way is the cult way. What you need to do, Mary, is go to church and blah blah blah. And then when Mary would go to church and do everything, even with faith, you know, having the faith, high hopes and all of that, things would really be stagnant. It would just be where some people would want to be, but it wasn't where I wanted to be. I didn't want to just have a routine of going to church. You know, I'm grateful. I am grateful for everything I have, but I wanted more. And the more I asked for, it was like they were telling me how to do it and not to be greedy and not to ask for too much from God, right? And there was plenty of other things that they told me to do that I've done and done and done and done, even to fight off enemies. And it didn't work. And literally, I'm going to tell you, my experience, it took over a decade trying their way. And this is what I see with you, that it took over a decade and it didn't work. And you noticed, you picked up and say, you know what, there's other things that I can do. And let me try them. Instead of just having this outburst, meltdown, breakdown, ending up in a freaking psych ward, I'm just going to take action on my own, for what I want to manifest. So it's like I said, back to an example with me. I stopped doing it the way my mom would tell me to do it as well. Okay, she feels comfortable in doing it her way, but I don't. I want more. And for me to have more, I have to go out there and get it. I have to go out there and take action and experiment and experience. And even if I may have a downfall here, a downfall there, I will pick myself the fuck up again, dust it off, and try again. You know, and that's what I see you doing. And here you open up, like, let's say that there was a place in your environment, in your home, in your room, that you never noticed it had spider webs, and you came out of nowhere and started getting rid of those spider webs and refreshing that area, and just things started opening up for you, right? And the thing is that you just had to basically shine a light on it, right? And that's what's going on here. I never ate this, I never ate that, and you go try it, and it just makes you feel different. Makes your taste buds, you know, interested in trying new things and doing so, and noticing that you are not one of them. You are you, and it's just becoming a little more fun. And then boom, here come the rewards. And you're stuck in your own abilities, you're stuck in your own ways, you're stuck in your own, but it's not a bad stuck, it's a good stuck. You're stuck in how amazing all of this is becoming. It's amazing sticking up for myself. It's amazing speaking up and saying, no, I don't want to do it that way anymore, I want to do it this way. Whether they turn their backs on you or not, it's like you're intrigued into your own way. And then you become this king of coins, king of pentacles, whichever which way, whether you're a woman or a man, you tapped into something new that you didn't know existed in you. And it's all great. You didn't know you had the ability to manifest this and that. You didn't know you had the ability to stand up for yourself. You didn't know you had the ability to use these tools the way you want to use them. And why is this King of Pentacles here for Cancer? Why is this King of Pentacles here? Oh, well, you're going to block communication with other people. You might keep some in your circle, but you might block communication with others. Why is the King of Pentacles here for Cancer? There goes the Ace of Cups in the reverse again. As I said, now the Eight of Swords in the reverse. You're not letting anyone put the wool over your eyes and not let you see beyond. You're blocking the ones that didn't let you see that there was more out there. Maybe you had individuals around you that were against, let's say, the gay community, right? And you become friends with someone who is gay or lesbian or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And you try out and you go to a parade, and or you are going to the parade, who knows, right? Whichever which way, it could be a past, it could be present, it could be something that's near this recent future coming in, right? And come to find out, there's nothing bad like they would say it is. And It's not fair. That's how you feel. It's not fair that I was kept from this. Because of what? Like, what types of judgment are right and what type of judgments are wrong? Learning, learning, learning. Putting an end to many things that have to do with being secluded and confined. Because without experimenting, without exploring, you cannot learn. And it's your experience, not anyone else's. It's your body, it's your soul, it's your mind, you know? It's your time, not theirs. You're at peace making the noise that nobody ever knew you had in you. And you're like shaking up their whole foundation. Maybe you got tired of listening to some type of religious music and only listening to a certain radio station, and now you are finding yourself through YouTube and Apple Music and all types of other resources for music, resources for work, all other types of things that you want to do, invest in, whether it's monetary or putting time in it, having the money to go out to a Broadway play with you never been to because it's against your religion that you grew up in, and you know, that type of stuff. And you know, not for nothing, I feel like I'm talking to a community of people who have grown up to be very, very religious. Their parents are very, very into a religion. I'm talking about like close enough to like Muslim, the Jewish religions, you know, like the very deep, deep religions, Christianity. Those religions, sometimes they may take it too far to where people feel confined on trying out what they feel like trying out to see if they like it better. And some people grow up miserable in that misery loves company type of realm, and then, you know, it's like just to please the ones that taught them that way, and then when they start trying to come out of their shell, there's those little threats of, oh, you're going to be punished by God or Jehovah, or because you're doing this and you're doing that. And in reality, we are supposed to sin and ask for forgiveness. That's how I see it, you know. To each his own. I do have respect for all religions. I'm gonna tell you like this. I just don't have respect for the misguidance and the lies that are used to manipulate. But I do have respect for all religions. I just don't like that certain people use it as a manipulative tool to divide and conquer. It's not fair. So I feel like you're finding something deep within yourself, Cancer. You came out of a twilight zone, or you are coming out of a twilight zone, that you never knew that you can untie that rope that had you confined, and you did it, or you're about to do it, and you're about to decide to go the other way than what you was brought up to go. You're coming out of the shell that you was put into from birth. You want to also know what's in the dark. Not to be dark, but to just see what it's about. You won't know what's good if you don't know what's bad in many things, right? Just be careful how you test the waters. the strength that you have within yourself. Don't let anyone outside misguide you to using that strength for things that will make you weak down the line. Like drugs. I don't see you going into that, but some people will try to convince you to have a cup of this and they'll have something in it. And, you know, keep your strength that you have as you continue to move forward. Enhance that strength, starting with the mental all the way down to your feet. Because you're the only one who's going to stand up for yourself, right? To these liars, these naysayers, because you have the Seven of Swords ending your reading right here, which means you have more to face with these type of individuals. Because it's not only the ones that are in family and close friends, but also the ones that come in as newbies in your life and stuff. You have to always, you know, be on point mentally. And don't be too judgmental. And if you are going to pass judgment, do it with yourself. That's when you go to God and talk to God and say, should I not with this individual? Don't go to another individual and gossip about that person and say, oh, this person does this. Don't do it. Look within and you will find the answers, you know. Don't rush. It will flow in. It will flow in. Let's see why the Seven of Swords is here in this near future coming in for Cancer. Why is the Seven of Swords here? Why is the Seven of Swords here for Cancer? Why is the Seven of Swords here for Cancer? Someone is going to try to change your mind on your decision. And you're going to have to basically breadcrumb them. You're going to have to basically cut the conversation very short. Keep the conversation very brief. Do not spend all of your time on this individual that is going to come in and try to like distract you from your path. Let me get one more for this. So one more turned into plenty more. So let's give you the message. Try to stay elevated. Don't put your guards down and try to like set boundaries. You will gain more by doing so. No matter how hurt anyone else would feel, try to refrain from taking pictures with certain individuals. Don't let yourself be seen too much. Don't get carried away. There's something here that is tricky. Something here that is full of deceit. Again, friends also come in all types of shapes and sizes. Most of the time they come in as devils, dressed up as friends, friendliness. And you can end up heartbroken. But you are being spiritually guided. And just always listen to your intuition. Is what this is saying right here. Because there are those that are ready to come back. And there are those that are ready to come and use you. There are those that are ready to come and trick you. I see that you are a person of money, generosity, even if it's taking time off and applying to someone else. Don't forget where you came from, what you came out of, and don't fall back into it in a different dynamic, in a different situationship, in a different friendship, in a different connection, in a different environment. Don't fall into the same. Listen to your gut, because it will tell you, it will let you know you are being guided and you will be tested. Always remember that if you fall, dust yourself off and try again. And keep moving forward, and don't let any types of toxic cycles repeat themselves, because you are in for the win right now, Cancer. So I'm rooting for you, Cancer. I like this reading. This is real important. And until the next reading, see you.